Are you sick of not having anything to do with your bonus action in combat? Well, never again with this build. Introducing the War Priest. The basic mechanics of the War Priest is that you are a War Domain Cleric, variant human, taking the Metamagic Adept feat and the Great Weapon Master feat at level 4. The War Priest grew up as a refugee of a great war to overthrow the tyrannical kingdom which he was raised in. He learned at a young age that war is an engine for change and progression, though it is not always for the better. His point of view on war led him to his belief in Tempest, the god of war. The War Priest follows Tempest's neutral view of war and simply sees it as something that happens in the world. He sees it as part of the natural order. Therefore, he doesn't necessarily support it or condemn it, though he might support a side of the battle that he thought furthered the world's progress. The personality of the War Priest is that he is rational and logical. He sees the necessity and balance in things, though he might not like them. He likes to fight and thinks it's best for everyone to be familiar with the art of war. He sees life as a war in a battlefield. Everything is a fight, whether physically or otherwise. In combat, the goal of this character is to maximize our action economy. We're going to try to always be using both our bonus action and our action to be a great melee bruiser. We're going to use any weapon that qualifies for Great Weapon Master, probably Greatsword, Maul, or Great Axe, and we are going to be wearing heavy armor. And for mid-range combat, we'll want to use a cantrip like Toll of the Dead. As a War Domain Cleric, we get to make a bonus action attack if we use the attack action on our turn. We can do this a number of times a day equal to our Wisdom modifier. For us, this means we essentially have an extra attack at a really early level compared to other martial characters, though this does have its limits. Because this feature has its limits, we want to make sure we can do other things to fill in the gaps. This is where Metamagic Adept and Great Weapon Master come in. With Great Weapon Master, whenever we crit or kill a creature, we can make a bonus action attack without expending the use of our bonus action attack features from our subclass. So we can make those bonus action attacks last a lot longer. And with Metamagic Adept, we will take the quickened spell Metamagic, allowing us to cast a spell that usually has a casting time of 1 action as a bonus action. Spells like Hold Person, Guiding Bolt, and Command can give us advantage on our attacks, giving us great opportunity to use our Great Weapon Master extra damage. And if we roll too low, we can also use our Guiding Strike Channel Divinity to make sure we hit on those big attacks. Hold Person especially stands out because it auto crits our attacks, meaning we get to bonus action Great Weapon Master attack every turn, making our subclass feature bonus attacks last that much longer. Once we get to high enough levels, however, it is also going to be incredible to use our Metamagic on Spirit Guardians, or for situational spells like Dispel Magic or Revivify. After we go through our bonus action attacks and use our Metamagic options, we can still use our other spells with a casting time of a bonus action. Some standout bonus action spells are Spiritual Weapon, Healing Word, or Mass Healing Word, mainly because they leave our concentration open for Spirit Guardians and other spells, and unlike most casters, we can cast these bonus action spells without worrying about having cast 2 spells in 1 turn, because we're most likely going to be using our main action to attack. Overall, we are going to be dealing a lot of damage in melee range with our weapon, while still being open to combo with our allies, pop off utility spells, or just do even more damage with our bonus action spells. We are going to be a very tanky, very hard-hitting Gish character. Out of combat, this character is strong and he does all the strong things. He does have high wisdom, so he is going to be a good scout or a good lie detector. You can also be an out of combat support and healer with the guidance cantrip, with bless, or with a spell like Prayer of Healing. You're not going to be the best at it, but you can still make a big difference in out of combat situations. Because you're using your weapon attack a lot in combat, you'll also have more spells available for utility case uses and for out of combat uses, so make sure to really capitalize on that. In the War Priest Downtime, you would be studying the art of war and tactics. He would try to plan his future encounters out and try to tactically maximize them. If there's a war going on in the world, he would be the one to go and witness the war, learn about the struggle, and pick a side to support. Our main stats for the War Priest is going to be Strength and Wisdom about equally, with Con as our main tertiary stat. After level 4, where we take Great Weapon Master, all our ASIs are going to be used for ASIs, and we're going to want to bump Strength and Wisdom up. It's up to you which one you bump up first though. Wisdom is going to make you more of a full caster build, and Strength is going to make you more of a melee attack build. Or you can take a Con ASI, which would make you just overall more tanky. Our Channel Divinity of Guided Strike also recharges on a short rest, but our other abilities don't. So we can take a short rest and either use our channel divinity to use guided strike. However, another option, and maybe a better option, is to use the optional cleric ability Harness Divine Power. This lets us regain spell slots equal to half of our prof bone rounded up, and this is a bonus action ability, so we can use it in combat if we run out of spell slots. We also don't have dark vision, so we're going to want to make sure to take the light cantrip so that we can really overcome this and essentially have a 40-foot dark vision. The weaknesses of the War Priest is that for a frontline melee fighter, you are going to be a little bit squishy. Your heavy armor makes up for this a little bit, but not entirely. You also have a lot of things competing for your action and bonus action, so you'll have to be decisive when choosing what is best for the current situation. Stealth is not an option for this character as they have disadvantage from heavy armor and will most likely be a walking beacon because of the light cantrip consistently going. You're not the best at concentration checks either, but it's usually only going to be a DC 10, so good luck. And you're overall not going to be good at the talky stuff. Your charisma is not good, so you probably will just avoid that altogether. As an NPC, I think the War Priest would make a great general of a friendly or an enemy army that the party can work with or work against. He could also be the leader of an occult group that is seeking to sow seeds of war in a peaceful country. The key note with the War Priest is to always have something really good to do with your action and bonus action, to always be maximizing your action economy. How would you use the War Priest in one of your games? What would you do to make him more flavorful or better mechanically? Let us know in the comments below. We are D&D Daily. We release new videos every single day all about D&D, so make sure to hit the subscribe button and we'll see you tomorrow.